Good morning, everybody. I have got a new clock set that I wanted to work on, and I found a good spot for it here with my fancy stuff. I've got the set of wine things from Italy and my pretty vase from Italy that's hand blown with my peacock feathers in it. And we went to an antique mall that we hadn't been to before in a little town called Taylorsville. And there was obviously a clock guy there because he had all different kinds of clocks. I bought 3 different clocks from him, and this is one of them, this set. And I did a little research as much as I could find out about them. It does say Ansonia on the front, down here. And the patent stuff on the back, 1892, Ansonia Clock Company. And so I went to the internet and started researching, and these were gold plated with ivory faces. Face has a little crack across from 10 to 1, but not bad shape at all. But look at the bottom of that thing. Someone has taken some kind of brass polish to the top, so it's got the old polish making it all tarnished looking, but the bottom of it looks fantastic. So I cleaned the back, and the back's coming out really good, so I'm going to work on the outside of these clocks. It is running. Another tricky part of it was I wound it, but I couldn't figure out any way to set it. I found this hole in the bottom, and I thought, well, something's missing. There must be some kind of something that goes up in there to let you adjust the time. I took this whole thing out and found out it's right here. It's kind of like a watch. The winder and the setting piece are on the same piece. But so today I'm going to take this whole face clock out so I can clean this case. The little candle holders are the same. There's actually a little L on that one on the bottom. I didn't notice that before. So I'm hoping they're going to clean up really nicely. I was not able to find this in any catalog online, and so I don't know the model number or anything. But from what I could find, between the 1892 patent date and about 1910. So a little history on Ansonia Clock Company. This is a good website, clockhistory.com. It started in Bristol, Connecticut with Terry, that's the nephew of Eli Terry, and F.C. Andrews. They did a bunch of OG clocks. By the late 40s, they'd come up with a spring-driven shelf clock with the lyre plates. And they had a beehive, steeple, many wooden and cast iron shelf models. And they were the second largest clock manufacturer in Connecticut. Anson Phelps from New York City approached him in 1850. He got half of the interest in the company. It was moved to Ansonia, Connecticut, which is named for Anson. And they started a company. They had a fire that destroyed the company in 1854. But it was up and going again in 1869. And more fires, 1879. And, okay, so that's all of that. So what I discovered about this style of clock was how they were plating them in gold at that time. If this page will load up here. My computer decided to reboot, so I lost my page. Hang on. Okay, so they were using this process called ormolu at the time, right from the mid-1800s to the 1900s. They quit. It was a process of putting gold on things, and it was a way to gild them that was different. Yeah, it was on all kind of stuff, furniture, all kind of things. meanings. Ormolu means, French is or means gold, and molu, if I'm saying it right, means grounded or pounded. So ormolu, they used mercury. They mixed it with the gold powder and made a paste, painted it on things, and then fired it. And then the firing, the mercury would evaporate off and leave the gold securely bonded to the surface. And then they burnish it or polish it with an agate tool. It was a dangerous process, outlawed in France around 1830 due to the toxicity of the mercury vapors. A French gilder in the 18th century rarely lived past the age of 40. Workshops continued to employ mercury gilding until 1900. And so then they came up with other gilding electroplating techniques after that. So my next step is going to be to get that gold looking like gold again. So when you go to the clockhistory.com website, this is what the page looks like. Clock, watch, and document database. So you can type in up here at the top any name you're looking for, like Ansonia, Seth Thomas, Schatz. They've got some patents I looked through. Most of them were West Clocks patents. And if you just click on their advertisements, catalogs, and documents, they load up age related, 1895, 1890, 1885, 1890, and you can scroll through and find similar looking clocks. And it might load. French onyx clocks. So it lets you read a little bit about the clock when it was for sale. It describes the materials. So I went through and found some, most of them were Seth Thomas, that were similar. All right around 1900. So here's a similar clock. It does not say it's an Ansonia movement. From the 1902, the Western Clock Manufacturing Company in LaSalle, Illinois. And that's how I got that name, Ormolu Gold Plating. Gilt center, this little decorative filigree piece in the middle. And this one has a solid piece in the middle. But it got me onto the right thing to start looking for. So this is from a Butler Brothers catalog. I guess before Sears was as popular. And it says fancy metal clocks. Victory. American bronze, gold plated, 8 inches by 7 inches high. High grade Ansonia movement. Steel something and pivots, 30-hour movement. One called Floral Barge, Flower Girl, Liberty Bell. And this is Admiral Dewey. It says that they are American bronze, gold finish, Ansonia movement, steel pinions and pivots, 30-hour time. So that appears, the clock appears to be very similar. It's not the model that I've got, but anyway, it lets me know I can clean this without having to worry. Like you can clean jewelry in an ultrasonic cleaner without worrying about it. So I'm going to go get this cleaned up. I've got the screws out. So with these 3 screws out, which I've got to go to the store and get a couple, hopefully, because what was in it was 2 wood screws and 1 original screw. You can tell it's got the gold plating on the screw. and it's a machine thread, and these are wood screws. So I'm going to go try to find a couple of these today so that this is in here more securely, but the whole thing just slips out. It's got a nice little movement in there. It's got some little pins holding it so I don't have to bend anything to take it apart. Very interesting spring containment. One pin on the side, and this bar right here has your catch on it. A little hairspring. So I'll probably put a little dot of oil in this and some oil on my spring. There's that face. I don't know if I have anything else that's ivory. I think that's cool. The little flower design in the middle is pretty. Manufactured by Ansonia Clock Company, New York, United States of America. Tiny little hairspring in there. Very compact little movement. It's about 2 inches across on the face. And where that's removed, you can see how shiny it is. So I'm excited about cleaning it up. There's beveled glass on the face. They gold-plated everything. It looks pretty. Alright, off to clean up. I don't think these go with it. It was sold with it. It is a bronze that's gilded. But this is little angels. They have little wings and flowers going up to the urns that hold the candles. There's no wings on these guys. And when I was able to find another one or two on eBay, this little guy is broken. He should have a picture. Or she, looks like a girl because the hair's put up with a little flowery thing in the hair. So she's pouring pitcher down into his wine glass. So I don't think the little angels go with the Bacchus, god of wine celebration that's configured on this. There's a little musical instrument here, a trumpet. Anyway, I'm interested in getting it cleaned up and seeing all the little details. Alright, here's my before and after. Before, after. Came out pretty nice. There was some wax dripped down in here. It was a little hard to clean out all of that detail, but I just took a little toothpick and cleaned. I used my usual clock cleaning solution that I have mixed up, the ammonia and Murphy's oil soap and Mr. Clean. So anyway, it came out quite nice. So I'm going to go clean up the other one. This is the first cleaning on this one. You get enough grime off, you can see what is actually on it. There's a ton of wax. Someone liked green candles. There was a little bit on that one, not very much. So I've cleaned it in the cleaning solution. And then I will have to go around and manually remove wax from all the details. And then I'll clean it again. If I soaked it, it would probably soften up this wax. A little hot water helped me soften it up on the other one. But yeah, there's a good bit of wax. They were candlesticks. Dripless candles weren't a thing. So anyway, I'm going to finish getting the wax off of this, and then I will put it through the cleaning again. Alright, I'm pleased with how the candlesticks came out. Got all the wax off. They cleaned up nicely, so now it's time to tackle this guy. These two bronze figures do come off. You can see how much junk got under them with somebody cleaning this and all of this. This is what we're going to be getting off of there. Just know when you clean something like this, if you don't take it apart or you don't rinse it, the cleaning material stays on there and eventually discolors, possibly eats into the finish. So take apart what you can. These little guys will look a lot better when I'm done. Overall, I'm pretty pleased with how it came out. It looks pretty darn good. A little bit of wear where people handled it and wound the clock. And these little guys, they had the most wear because they were on the front and they probably picked them up by that. That's probably what happened to the hand on that one. So the side that wasn't handled still has, there's the front side, and the back side still has the gilding. So the worst thing you can do is what I'm doing, putting your hands all over them. Your oils of your hands is what has made all of this disappear. But anyway, these mount with just a couple of screws. You can see the difference. The top one has this little short screw, the bottom one has a long screw, and because it was visible from the bottom, it's gilded too, but the other one is inside the clock, so they didn't gild it. But anyway, I'm going to put these two guys back on and head to the store to get a screw so I can mount my piece back on it. It's keeping really good time. I really like this clock. You can see the detail with the little guy off of here. I'm not sure what that thing might be. It looks like something specific, like the sheaf holder for the wheat right there maybe, and a lyre and a trumpet. It's kind of got a ocean motif. Looks like splashing water here and here and here, and some kelp wrapped around. A little bit of braided detail on it. Looks like a smiley face. Anyway, let's get these little people back on here. Still looking for things for the little candlesticks, and I found these Ansonia clocks that have the same little cherub. That's the female cherub on that one. Right there, Ansonia clocks, and then here's one with the both the male and the female cherub on them. And there's another one that's got some kind of stones all around the face. They made it in that design too. So at least I know the candlesticks are Ansonia, and so posted to an Ansonia group, and they said that the candlesticks were for a clock called Bonnie, which is probably this one that just has the female, and about 1904. And then I discovered this last night. It glows nicely. Didn't know it did that. I was able to find a couple of screws in my little miscellaneous box so that I could get the movement attached back like it should be. And I got it all finished. I think it came out pretty well. I didn't have any idea what I bought when I bought it, and I'm pleased with it. So I hope y'all liked this video. Do a little research. Don't be afraid to clean your clocks. When I put this thing in the cleaning solution, it was dirty like putting a spring in there. There was so much dirt in all of this detail. So it really comes out. A lot of people in the Ansonia group are talking about gold paint they put on and different things. I wouldn't paint mine. I just am going to accept what they've got on them. The little figures are more bronze than gold, but that's okay. It just accents them. And I'm real excited about this. I hope this video helps y'all. Leave me some comments. Thanks for watching.